Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Battle Brothers with me, Cornish-Knight. Last time we took a bit of a beating. We lost one of our crossbowmen, which was really bad. A lot of our guys took damage, which is not fantastic. So at the moment we are in the situation of basically rebuilding the company. Oh, you poor fools, the Colonel Company. Let this be a lesson to everyone. When fighting against goblins, really tuck in your edges. I should have probably pulled my archers in closer, to be honest. I got enough money. Tools are not fantastic. Food and bandages are okay. Let's see if we can hire anyone. What I want... Melissa background, perhaps. That might be good. I know I'm paying quite a bit for his weapons and gear, actually. What's we looking at? To be honest, it's probably worth it, considering that I lost quite a lot of good equipment. He's not too badly off. Let's hire him. What's he like? Solid stats. His vision's terrible, so he's not going to be fantastic at holding stuff. Give him a decent shield at least, and a decent sword weapon. What do I want to give him? A helmet of some kind. He hasn't got bad stats. I mean, his stamina could be better. Melee isn't too bad. A lot of my guys are beaten up though, and they need a rest. It's the only one I can find who can be thrown into an archery role. Him perhaps, but he's level 4 now. Tools here are... they're not cheap, but I can sell off some stuff. To be honest, this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is probably going to be... are they being treated? Treated. Yeah, treated. He's got a weakened heart, which isn't fantastic. Ah well, can't be helped. As is the risk. Now, as I have learnt from various bits and pieces, probably one of the good tactics with fighting goblins, which is what we fought in the last game and who's been haunting us. The problem is at the moment we are cornered. Unless we take the sea route out, which is really a lot of money, this whole sort of, I suppose you could say, southwest region, which is ironic because it's the southwest is where I'm from, in Cornwall. This southwest region of the Bronze Flats is pretty much overrun with orcs at the moment, so we are now in the situation where we are well and truly hemmed in. How are our factions relations looking? Main factions were on neutral, to be honest. Some of the minor village factions we're doing not too bad with. I might just end up having to do a bunch load of small missions, but the small missions at the moment are pretty nasty. I might have to pull out of this region for a while. All this goblin and orc activity normally indicates that they've got a base somewhere around here. My money, no, they've obviously got a base here, but the amount of them spawning normally means that they've probably got somewhere around here that they hold up as a stronghold, which isn't great. Supply caravan, could stick with them. Some few bandit marksmen, a whole load of... Actually, that might be something that we could do, ladies and gentlemen. They got to flee from us. I was hoping we could perhaps... To be honest, I'm doing this purely for easy money at this point. Execution Colossus. I'm just wondering. The problem is these guys are really banged up, and I need... To be honest, I need to give them a chance to heal. He's not going to be going anywhere for 2 days. Switch his armour out. I wish there was an easier way to do this. I mean, a lot of their gear's bashed up and bruised and battered. Let's see if we can, because what I'm going to try and do, if I can manage it, is get the raiders to pick a fight with the company here. And hopefully, if we are lucky, we'll be able to get in on this. Now, right, they're picking a fight with the militia, which normally doesn't sound fantastic, but what we're going to do, we're being attacked. Wait, why are they attacking us? Oh, I see, we got called in as allies. Sorry, I was absolutely terrified for a second. I thought, oh my god, we're being attacked by sort of like really heavily trained soldiers, and I thought, ooh, this is going to go badly wrong. Right, everyone, charge forward. This is where having war dogs has come in handy, but I have been told by the developers that we are getting 2 new items. One is the Warhawk, which will allow us to basically see the battlefield a lot easier. You can basically release it and it will sort of fly around the battlefield, around a certain area of the battlefield, and make it a lot easier for you to see what's going on, which is really cool, which is something I've been wanting for a long time. The other one is like a sergeant sash, which is basically what you give to your second in command, and it's basically like a leadership buff. You see some of the AI who will have them occasionally. It's basically the person in command of like the militia group or men-at-arms unit. Now, come on, Fido, show them where they show us where they are. Over there, I saw a spout of blood. They're in the darkness. Ooh. These guys are really putting up a fight. Well, I'm not really that surprised. They're only militia. Those guys definitely aren't. Here are the heavy boys. These guys are like faction men-at-arms, footmen, veteran footmen, Sir Ellard, actual named characters now. I do like the armour degeneration on this. I like to see, look, this guy's taken a good amount of damage and his armour's pretty much ripped to bits, which is really nice. I just like these little details. Now, my money is that the rest of the bandits are going to be over here somewhere. Decapitation. We probably won't have actually any say in this fight. I'm just hoping that we get a bit of loot. Another bandit over here. My party is really not designed for sprinting. There's the bannerman. We'll be able to get one of those for ourselves as well once the update is released. To be honest, I feel absolutely terrified us having to go up against this faction later on in the game, because one of the faction events one of the end of game events you can have is basically civil war, so it can be that you'll be hired to fight against these guys. Someone just got axed. Sounded like a warhammer on armour. My guys are as useful as damp linen at the moment. Even if they are rushing to the battlefield. But it's lovely, I do love this, it's so beautifully done. It's a lovely aesthetic that they've built for this game, and I think it's really well done. For any of you who watched my tips and tricks video yesterday, you basically will have known how unpleasant it ended. Who's this? Melissa Captain. Okay, so he must be a faction. This guy here must be a faction character. Ooh, nice shot. Now, who do we want to try and have a poke at? This guy? Let's get a shot. Ooh, yes. Well done. Nicely done, C-Mod. At least nothing else we can say, we contribute to the cause. No, but if you guys have been watching my tips and tricks videos, you'll notice that we had our rear ends handed to us by the undead in the last one, but that was a really difficult scenario. I actually, in hindsight, while looking at it, the only way that I could have probably won it was if I had taken longbows instead of crossbows, which would have allowed me to a bit more range to assassinate the necromancer that was leading the undead horde, while the problem was we were fighting in a really nasty snowy environment which hides a lot of, well, obstacles, and I couldn't see there was impassable terrain, which doesn't help. Oh damn, he went there, that's not good. Try and knock him off the hill. That Melissaman isn't going to last long. This is quite a large force, as you can tell. In goes the dogs. They're not really useful for fighting heavy infantry, I find. You really want to have dedicated heavy infantry units by this point. You want to have stuff like poleaxes, great weapons, or swordsmen are very useful. The riposte and counter-attack. Or just gang up on them. I mean, really good armour is great and all, but at the end of the day, if you stab someone enough times, he's going to fall over. Having the taunt ability for that is very good, I must admit. If you can get the taunt ability and have a whole bunch of armoured, have one super heavily armoured guy that can deflect a lot of damage, and get him to be wailed on by someone as the rest stab at the guy, it really does work. There goes the named character. And he's taken barely any damage, to be honest. I'm just watching this guy to fall apart. There's no point us really getting involved because you can't get close. The only downside with the Melissa setup that I can see is that they lacked armor piercing, but that doesn't really matter. Got a little bit of stuff, nothing particularly valuable. But hey ho, it was nice to show off the nice large scale battles. Now we've got someone new here. Now let me just check. Do we have anyone called Panda? Because as you know, we lost our dear comrade Runkle Panda died. So he used to be called Runkle, son of Runkle. Here we go. And we shall hopefully grab another person. Our pay's not great. Check in here, see if we can grab someone. I know it hasn't been like a massively action-packed video, but to be honest, it wasn't going to be. I had lots of guys that were hurt. I had lots of guys that are still hurt and they need to be healed up and equipment to be patched up, and us to take some really simple jobs. To be honest, this whole region is getting nasty. I might move out. The orcs seem to be taking over. Is there any basic commissions here? Oh, level 2 contracts. Let's camp until the morning. Hopefully we'll have a decent archer. No archer. Oh, I was hoping for an archer. Melissa now, let's see. Vladimir. Master of the art is a prestigious, so what better way to be better than to learn underneath one? When Autumn Watchers College asked for apprentices, Vladimir was the first to sign up. Learning all he could, Vladimir built the greatest work of art possible, even seen in the field of underwater basket weaving. His master, though, was jealous one, not to be outdone by his pupil. He burned the project to asinine watering flames. It was clear to Vladimir he could learn fast, but perhaps it was better masters to study beneath. Let's hire him. Let's see, is he any good at anything? A resounding no. Okay. He's got fantastic range defense, but he's not going to be fantastic. To be honest, I'm tempted just to fire him. That was a waste of coin. Is there anyone we can sell anything to? That is the question. Now, where are the friendly places? Lose bread. Okay, that's not great. That means our food reserves are a bit low. We're allied with them, and we're on okay terms with these guys. I might try my luck and try and get through here. Through the Bronze Flats Gap, or the Western Gap. Though if we meet orcs, we're going to have to make a run for it. Hopefully they'll chase after some peasants and eat them. Because, yeah, I'm going to... Ooh, military supplies. There we go. Flasberg, we're not really on good terms with you. Sharpstooth Lear. These will constantly spawn out goblins. I do hope when the developers release this, they will send like militia groups to deal with these guys eventually, if they're on the map and they know where they are. It's like, okay, let's send some militia to cross them and not rely on the player to always do it, because it can be a bit overwhelming at times, especially on the harder difficulties I've found. Okay, that's done. Let's sell some stuff. Reinforced. I don't like the goblin bows. I know they're supposed to be better than some of the other things, but I just can't get to like them. Give back some of my money. Right, my food supplies are low, which are not good. Still need funds. But before that, I need to get myself someone who can actually fight. He's a bastard. Squire. Militia. That might be a good bet. He comes with gear, but I need someone good. Problem is, all these guys... he might be worth it. What is he like? Actually, he's not too bad. Problem is, he's already spec'd. But his skills are so low. But I need someone who can take his place. But 31 is so bad. Oh. I mean, most of his perks aren't too bad. That one could be a bit of a pain to lose. I might have to do that. It pains me to do this, sorry Andy. But your time on the front lines, my friend, has come to an end. I have no choice in this matter, I need another crossbowman. And you'll probably get the terrifying prospect of having to fill the gap. Now what weapons do they give you? Probably a flail. I find they are extremely useful. The damage varies quite a lot. They're quite useful for getting around nasty things. Right. Gotta keep the pikeman here. So I need to level him up a bit. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, I could team him up. Wait, Saint needed leveling. What's this guy like? Level 4 Casper. Beef him up a bit. I don't know. One of these hard things. I need to rebuild my company. That's not too bad. It's only basic jobs. No, it doesn't look like it. So a quick. We have a quick rest. Back up to 14. I do hope we'll be able to take 18 people into combat. Because at the moment, men in formation, so as to cut maximum number of men placed in formation to fight. I do hope we have more than 12. I find 12 is a bit limiting. I'd like to have 20. To be honest, if you could get the full amount, 20 would be really smashing. I need to get some work. I might go up here. See if there's any work. Many goblin wolf riders. I hate goblins. To be honest, I hate all the green skins in this game. None of them are particularly... Oh lord, no. That's bad. You know it's bad when they have an orc berserker is basically leading them. Like, some orc young, a few orc berserkers. No, thank you very much. Yeah, to be honest, I find the greenskins to be one of the nastier, or to be the nastiest faction in the game, bar none. I mean, the undead are bad, don't get me wrong, the undead are really bad, but for my money it's greenskins all the way, baby. They have easy jobs. Cargo delivery, let's talk money. 1 completion. Okay, deliver it to Fritzburg in the south. I mean, if nothing else, it's basically a simple delivery job. doesn't pay particularly well. I mean, it will barely cover our costs, but we'll get into better relations with the settlements for doing it, which is not too bad. Better money and all that stuff. Now we have to be super careful, because I really don't want to be bumping into those orcs at night time, and they will be rummaging about. Horrible greenskins that they are. Neutral. Where was it I actually had good relations with people? Open, I could go down there. Oh, I forgot these people existed. Bandit camp, I could always try raiding a bandit camp. And there's these places over here that need to be dealt with. That had a goblin war boss in it, which I was in no mood to fight. The goblin war bosses are really nasty. Finally you've made it. Wolf the Councilman is standing there in the middle of the road. He hands clasped off his stomach, a slick grin on his cheeky face. Self-sword that I was not sure he'd make it. You lug the cargo up and hand it over. Oh yeah, and why do you say that? The man takes the box and hands it off to a roadman who quickly hurries away with it tucked under his arm. Wolf the Councilman laughs and hands you a satchel of crowns. The roads are rough these days, have they not? Yeah, this is a huntsman's job. You recognise the name? Nah. Blah blah. A week ago we sent the famous Sir Harold out there to go hunt down some of the foul beasts that have been terrorising the town and surrounding farmsteads for weeks. Do you know why the satchel has remained in my ownership? You shrug and answer because he hasn't returned. Phil Mayor Firstberg nods and sets satchel down. He sits on the edge of the table. Correct, because he's not returned. Well, now why do you think that is? I think it's because he's dead. But let's not be so negative. I think it's because the beasts out there require more. I think they may require someone like you, Sellsword. Would you be willing to help us now that this noble has failed? What's it worth to you? 800 crowns. More on completion. More on completion? You accept this instead. You will leave 970 crowns in the... Yes, that push of luck. Okay, hunt down what's terrorising Fuzzberg. Futzberg. Now what is terrifying? Yeah, it's like I suspected. Lovely old dire wolves. And goblins of all shapes and sizes. Where are these dire wolves? They're making a run for it. 8 dire wolves, not too bad. But we are going to leave it there for today, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at the links provided below. And tune in later on today for the next part where we take on the direwolves, and if we're not too dead, probably take on the goblins that you can see marauding up there. I've got a bone to pick with those goblins. See you all next time, folks. Goodbye.